Hi there, in this video I'm going to share with you how you can improve your vocal technique. Now before we dive in, remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you get all of my future videos, and when you finish this one, go and have a look at the videos that are already on the channel. There are hundreds there, almost 400 at the time of making this video. I'm committed to helping as many people as possible. Now, improving your vocal technique is a very vast subject. So in the space of this short video, I'm going to help you to get started, because improving your vocal technique depends on what you want to do with your voice. There are lots of different vocal techniques. There isn't only one. Lots of different ways of making your voice sound soft, making your voice sound powerful, of singing lower notes, of singing higher notes, of singing the notes in your mid-range, which is where your voice tends to crack and break. Doesn't really tend to crack on the higher notes, it tends to crack on those middle notes. That's where a lot of people get confused. Anyway, I digress. Vocal technique is really about making your voice safe so that you can sing consistently in a consistent way and without damaging your voice. Now, for most people who are singing contemporary music, classical is a different type of technique, but for most people who are singing contemporary music, so that's anything from blues to jazz to pop to rock, country and funk, everything in between, everything from, let's say, the 40s up to now, which isn't classical music, that's going to, and not world music, that's going to be contemporary music. Folk music can be slightly different depending on where you're from in the world and the region in that area. So if you're singing gospel, for example, you're going to want to sound very different to if you want to sing country. And if you want to sing country, it's going to be very different to how you sing jazz. And jazz, going back, is very different most of the time to how we sing gospel. Then when we move on to rock, that's another way of singing. That's a different set of techniques. We also use distortion, so that kind of that kind of sound, that is a different set of techniques. So there are lots of techniques that we need to consider when we go into improving our vocal technique. For contemporary singing, most contemporary styles are created, the sound is created in the mask to start with, okay? And then we have some pharyngeal singing, which is those upper, those softer, lighter kind of, those kind of sounds. Now, when I teach, I always teach the head voice, those lighter sounds first, because that's what most people are scared of. And in order to sing the more projected, belty, powerful sounds, we need to be able to use a mix, which is a combination of this stronger, more robust sound at the bottom in our chest voice and those lighter area sounds in our head voice. Okay, but I'm not going to do that in this video. So we're going to look at singing in the mask, and this is really good for pop, rock, indie, almost all of the contemporary genres. I keep saying the word contemporary. You know what I mean. I'm not going to say it again. And really good for musical theatre. And the mask is the area at the front of your skull here, and the cavities inside your skull, the spaces between the bone and the other things inside your head, that's going to create the right resonance, which is going to create the tone. Okay, so we want to focus the area to here. Now, how do we do that? We do that by creating a slightly nasal sound. And I've always found that it's better to overdo it and then you can take it off, rather than try to make it sound nice, make mistakes, hurt your voice, and never be able to get the technique. So we're going to overdo this nasally sound. So let's start with So we're going to go and you're aiming for a buzzy feeling in your nose and a buzzy sound. So it's not no, it's not that soft sound, it's and if you're frightened of feeling nasal, you want to feel nasal, you want it to sound nasal as possible. So let's go for this note actually. So we want to get that nice buzz. And and then let's bring it down to here. And this is where we're going to start the exercise. So remember when you were little, and maybe if you're a really nice kid you didn't do this, but I know that I definitely did. Maybe you said to someone a couple of times, na 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 na. Okay, it comes up in games, it comes up in lots of different situations as a child. Most people have done it, but it sounds like this. It's very buzzy. Na 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 na. Or if it's a bit higher, na 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 na. And that's what we're going to do. So we're not trying to sing. We're definitely not trying to sing. And we're definitely not trying to make it nice, because that's what's going to throw us off. And we'll lose the focus and we won't have any technique. So this is one way of creating the mask technique of singing. So let's start here. And we're going to say na 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 na. It's a bit low for me. So for those of you with lower voices, that's where you're aiming. Na 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 na. Let's move up. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. If you have a slightly higher voice, you should be able to join us now. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Try not to push. Na 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 na. 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 Let's go back down. Na 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 na. Keep going. Keep it buzzy. Make the face if you need to. So if you were to practice that every day, you'll find that it's much easier to create a more focused sound, and you're going to have more control over your singing. So once you've done that, you can move on to a slightly longer sound. So we're still not thinking about singing, we're just thinking about making the sound. And we're going to say na, and keeping that buzz. Na. Na, 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 na. Keep going. Breathe. Don't push. Back down. If you are serious about singing, I recommend taking my free 5-day singing course. You'll find that in the pinned comment or in the description. All you need to do is go to the link, click that link, pop your details in, and they will be sent directly to your inbox. I'm going to send them straight to you. I hope that this has helped you to understand a little bit more about how you can improve your vocal technique. I hope it's helped you to understand that there is more than one vocal technique, and that to be a well-rounded, versatile singer, it's important to learn and master and keep practicing all of those different techniques. I'll see you in the next video. Stay hydrated. Ciao!